expert. Who's that guy in that orange shirt? Who must be the fence expert? It's almost time to talk about the fences. It's time to discuss operations and expenses. It's time, it's really time to elevate small businesses. It's time with Joe to drop his knowledge. It's relentless. This rhyme of mine is getting a bit ridiculous. So here we go. We're live with Joe. Enjoy the show.
What is up, Fence fam? Joe Everest, the fence expert, coming to you live from Nationwide Industries for a special edition, live on the scene, live on location, Q&A with our friends at Nationwide Industries. Guys, appreciate you joining me. This is day 2 of our trip down to Nationwide Industries. Guys, we're only halfway through day 2, and it's already been incredible. Thank you so much for having me, hosting me. We've already created a lot of good content. We've got a lot of good content left to record, but we wanted to do a live while we're here to answer all of you guys at home's questions about anything Nationwide Industries. Real quick, if you're listening to this on a podcast, you're listening to a recorded version of a live conversation I host most every Saturday. Now, this isn't particularly a Saturday. This is actually a Thursday, I believe, isn't it? So special edition. But if you'd like to watch this video, this is going to be an incredibly visual live today. So if you'd like to watch the visual portion of this stream, check us out on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Any one of them will have the recorded live visual version. So you can see exactly what it is while we're talking about it. with me, a couple friends from Nationwide Industries. Guys, why don't you introduce yourselves?
Hello, everyone. I'm David Lord. I am the Senior Product Manager for Nationwide Industries, and I'm here with Ashley.
Hi, I'm Ashley Machina, the Brand Marketing Manager for Nationwide Industries and Lockey USA.
Very good, very good. We're in a room with some pretty big people here. So, but they're the right people to have for the conversation we want to have. Guys, we're launched right into it. What we want to talk about first is the Nationwide gate kits. If you are a Nationwide client, if you're on the Nationwide email list, Ashley's done a great job, and Ashley's team has done a great job of making sure you've likely already received information literature on these gate kits. But we wanted to show them to you guys live and maybe give you a little bit of insight as to what's in them, applications, that sort of thing.
So we have just launched earlier this month a set of 6 new gate hardware kits.
Okay.
They cover all your major fencing materials. So we have a kit for a 4-inch vinyl post, a 5-inch vinyl, 2-inch ornamental, 2.5-inch ornamental. And we have an ornamental pull kit.
Okay.
And lastly, a chain link pull kit.
Very good.
So these kits that came about because of customer feedback. Well, we were requested to kit our best product together. So we spent some time, went through our catalog and our SKU list and picked out our easiest to install, our best warranty product. So that's how we came about with these 6 kits.
Well, let's pause on that really quick.
Okay.
So this came about from customer input, meaning that a customer had reached out likely to their sales representative at Nationwide and said, hey, it would sure be nice if, we could have certain things bundled together, which you can understand. I mean, we've had guys show up with hinges and no latches, or hinges in the wrong latch, or just a plethora of just bad ideas. So when I first saw the email come out for the gate kit, oh, this is incredible. Not only for the installing dealers, but for the retail dealers, retail wholesale dealers. Now you've got one package to hand to your customer or send to your customer, one SKU to keep track of. Like you said, it's products that make sense together and that are easy to install.
Yeah, the whole point of it is to make the whole process easier, from the person selling it, the person using it at the end, the person installing it. So the kits have our cornerstone 2 hinges.
Okay.
Our vinyl kits. They contain our pull latch. We use our Trident magnetic pull latch.
Okay.
And then the nylon kits have a gate handle in it as well.
Okay. Yeah. So look on, this is the exact package it would come in, this particular kit. Everything together, including installation instructions, that sort of thing. Same products you're already used to installing and handling. If you've installed Nationwide hardware, you're already familiar with the hardware that's in this kit. But it's packaged in a way that makes sense to hand this kit to a crew or to a customer and say, this is your complete set of gate hardware.
Yeah, you do get a savings when you buy them kitted.
Okay.
You have only a few SKUs to manage now. You don't have to manage each individually packaged SKU.
Yeah.
So for your dealers and your wholesalers, you only have to manage six SKUs now.
Yeah. No, I mean, this would have been 3 SKUs to keep track of.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've got 1.
Yeah. So we've got this kit.
Very good.
This is our chain link pull kit. It comes with our zip latch, which has been out in the field for a while. Easy to install, goes right on your round post.
Yeah.
And it comes with our cornerstone round post hinge, which if you have used Nationwide product before, it's been around for a while as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So we actually just got done filming a video installing this kit on a chain link gate out in the warehouse. I want to say, I mean, we stopped and explained what we were doing and all that, but maybe 20-minute install. And like I said, that was taking a fair amount of time to explain what we were doing. The latch itself is the zip latch, guys. If you're not using the zip latch on chain link, you seriously need to at least give it a shot. Easy to install, secure, it's lockable, self-latch, it meets the self-latching criteria. Obviously, hinges meet the self-closing criteria. Incredibly easy kit for your installers to install. But for those of you selling to the public, to retail, This is an incredibly straightforward install for the DIY homeowner crowd. You should push this product to homeowners that have a chain link fence around a pool but don't meet the self-closing, self-latching criteria. One, safety is a massive issue, especially around pools this time of year. We filmed a video yesterday between the two Erics where Eric with a C had mentioned, I believe it was 87% of just young children's deaths are in home pools or pools that they're familiar with, so in a home environment. Pool safety is incredibly important. We need to take it seriously. This should be marketed to homeowners that maybe don't want to pay a contractor to come install the gate, but recognize the need for gate safety for pool gate safety. It's not a hard install. It's easy to approach. We've got a video. We shot a video right before we went live. It'll be coming out in the coming months. Share that video with them. It doesn't get much easier. Again, everything in one bag. Standard tools to install. So there's no specialty equipment needed, anything like that.
Yeah, you can actually see a bunch of these in the wild at the Tampa Lowry Park Zoo.
Okay.
We have a bunch of zip latches.
Nice.
They just renovated a whole section there, and it's all Nationwide gate hardware there.
Perfect.
Pictures.
Yeah.
I do have
It's
some.
incredibly easy. Obviously, so one thing that we talked about during the video was these products are developed and tested in Florida in an environment that obviously has saltwater corrosion, obviously has just all sorts of weather extremes. So the idea being, if this product passed the test here, is obviously in use in the field here, I can take it back to Missouri and know it's going to withstand whatever elements we have at it. We throw at it there.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of us have pools, and we use this product in our own home, so we know that it works, and we're 100% behind them.
Yeah, not only salt water, but then you get chlorine introduced to it as well. So great product, guys. Chain link pool kit. I want to say chain link fence pool kit. Chain link pool kit. Straightforward install for your installers. Great install for homeowner DIY crowd.
Okay. And then we have our ornamental kits. So this is our 2.5. We have a 2-inch kit. I'm not going to show you. It's the same product.
Yeah.
It just comes with a smaller traverse latch.
Okay.
Which is, the easiest to install latch in the market
Oh,
today.
Traverse. And you guys, if you watch the channel, you've seen me do videos on Traverse. I mean, again, talking about a latch that's great for installs for homeowners. I mean, your guys will install these kits in a matter of minutes, the Traverse latches. It's so easy a salesperson could install them, is what they were saying at Fence Tech. Something like a minute and a half install or something like that. So Traverse latch is incredibly easy to install. The hinges, all the hinges are pretty straightforward. I mean, there's 2 or 3 steps, so it's a handful of steps, but hand tools are common tools.
If you can use a screwdriver and you can see if something's straight, you can install
Yeah.
our product.
Very good. Again, so this is taking 2 SKUs, combining it with one, and again, a very easy to install product.
And then our ornamental pool kit, same deal, cornerstone hinge with the Trident pool latch. So it just gives you an easy solution for people with metal fencing.
Yeah, Trident 20-inch, so it'll meet the height requirements on, even if you have a 4-foot fence, the 20-inch latch meets the 54-inch pool requirements. So again, easy install, 2 SKUs turned into one.
Yeah, so that's our other kit. These are just the other side.
And then we've got different versions, vinyl 5-inch and then ornamental 2-inch. Yep, very good. So guys, incredibly easy to install. It's very nice that they're in easy to handle packaging. Now, Ashley, you mentioned you sent out an email a week or 2 ago. I remember seeing it a week or 2 ago, outlining it. If people want to find more information, where can they find information on these gate kits?
Yeah, so we actually put together a landing page that has all 8 of our gate kits. So we just talked about 6 just now, but we actually have 2 others as well, the wood gate hardware kits.
Okay. Yep.
Which are the Western lock gate kit and the contemporary lock gate
Okay.
kit.
Okay.
We actually,
Yeah.
have those here.
Let's bring them over.
Now, these were already existing on the site, but they're
Okay.
just packaged with along with the other 6 gate kits that we just chatted about.
Okay.
You
All
can
right.
find all 8 of them on the landing page at www.nationwideindustries.com/gate-kits.
/gate kits. Okay.
Yeah, super easy to get to. So all of the product pages have every sales tool and resource needed
Sure.
to get this out in the field. So we have everything from a sizzle reel that will walk you through, the ease of it. We just really wanted to emphasize the easiness, eliminate the confusion, stress-free, hassle-free. You can also get into the sell sheets, the instruction sheets,
Okay.
the technical drawings.
Yeah.
We have everything that any customer would need.
So it's really a kind of a one-stop shop for all the information you need about the Nationwide Hardware.
Right.
Now, let's also talk about the website itself. So not only, I mean, that landing page will take you to the gate kits. Elsewhere, it seems like that's pretty common across your website, is that every product you guys have available is on the website, has marketing materials if you need to share that with your customers, has installation instructions if for whatever reason you misplace yours, also has technical specifications. So if you're trying to alternate them into a set of plans or anything like that, you can share them with the engineer architect to alternate them in for specifications. That's common for all the products, right?
Yeah. So if you at home are watching at all, or you put in a SKU into the search bar and you don't see installation instructions or a sell sheet, just know that the marketing team is working on it. That's one of our biggest things that we're working on, is getting all of those resources that the customers need for every product on the site.
Now, talking about the site too for a second, the search bar is a little special on this website, and I might be the only one that noticed this. I might be weird in that, but so I've worked with some search bars, or I've tried some search bars where you have to be exact. You have to know exactly what it's called or have the exact SKU number, or else it's going to say, no search results or something like that. With your guys is if I can just get close, right? So I'm sure if I put, pool gate kit, it's going to pull up 5 or 6 options or 2 or 3 options, however many. Return, hey, I think you're talking about these, and then you can choose the right one, and then it takes you to all the information. Really nice feature.
Yes, I totally agree with that. And I think that has a lot to do with our available parts section that you can find on each product page as well. And that will actually go in more depth into the color, the sizing. And I think that that's how it's starting to recognize what you're trying to look for. If it's not exactly down to the right SKU, letter, or number.
It's incredibly intuitive, and it works for me. And if it works for me, it can work for most everyone out there. Because I'll be trying to think like, wait a minute. Well, because different people call a different fitting different things, right? So it can be a male hinge, it can be a gate post hinge, it can be a number of things. So if this sounds like a real world scenario, it is, where I'll just go and I'll put gate hinge, and then if I'm looking for SKU numbers to place an order, and it'll pop up all of the gate hinges. There are a few, and then I can go through and try to find the right one. And it has available part numbers, whether I'm needing galvanized or black, that sort of thing.
If you want to know a secret, I do the same thing.
Okay. Not the only one. I appreciate you telling me, because sometimes I do sit there and think, I don't know. Maybe
once you see the SKU number in front of your face, you're like, yes, that's right. That's
right. Well, and listen, talking about SKU numbers around this place are wild. So off camera, Eric with a K, Viking Eric, but that's for another video. This guy, he speaks in SKU number or in item numbers. What SKU numbers? Like the 7211.
It makes it much easier for me to find a drawing.
Well, sure, on your end. But meanwhile, we're sitting here talking about it, and he's like, "Oh, the are we speaking English or are we speaking numbers right now?" But Eric is the man with the SKU numbers in his. I'm sure everyone is, but he's the one that throws them around quite a lot. But I just call it the Cornerstone 2 hinge, but Eric calls it
C2H. Well, you got to decide which one.
Well, and here we are. But no, so it'll help you find the SKU numbers so that if I'm trying to decipher what Eric's saying, I could go on the Nationwide site and type that in, and it would tell me exactly what we're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you typed in C2H, it's going to pull up all the cornerstone 2 hinges, and you'll be able to find the right one.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, so Nationwide site's incredibly easy to use. Let's say hello to a few people real quick. This is a question. So how much is there a purchasing requirement for a fence company who typically purchase through a distributor to purchase direct?
Yeah, we typically like to support our distributors and keep them through that distribution chain. But I think we'd have to look at a case-by-case basis. If there's something that their local distributor is not carrying that they'd like to purchase through us directly, we would just have to have that conversation with them. So I would just say reach out to info@nationwideindustries.com and we can get them set to somebody to come see them.
There you go. info@nationwideindustries.com. Corey, send them an email and kind of walk through the process and see what that looks like.
Yep.
It would have been better if I'd saved that question to when Eric was sitting here. Been better. I'm a fence guy that tries to do video stuff. So Kara says, "Hey, David and Ashley, what's up, Joe?"
What's up,
I think
Kara?
we know Kara.
Hey, Kara.
You want to talk about just like a fierce salesperson. So at Fence Tech, I was there. You guys had a huddle up before the show floor opened. Like I feel bad for everyone else that is in this booth today that is going to be it's not competing, but Kara, well done. Well done.
Kara is also my go-to on pretty much everything brand since I'm still fairly new. I'm still under a year in. So thank you, Kara. Little shout out.
Absolutely. Front Rock Fences, what is up? Good morning, Joe. Hello. Building better fence right now. There you go. So Front Rock Fences out of Canada. Slightly cooler than what we're experiencing here. So jealous, actually. Except for we recently did a reaction video where he was driving fence in blowing snow. So trade-offs and everything in life, I guess. So Shane Catton, we know this guy. What's up, y'all? Hello, Shane.
Hi.
Glad you're here. Shane's doing good stuff with the AFA, so he's firing up an existing chapter in the Indy chapter. Shane, forgive me, I don't know exactly what the chapter's called, but the chapter up there in Indy just held a meeting with. I mean, Michael Reed was there. All the AFA folks were there, and I saw Ben was there as well. Anyway, so great room of people. Shane, hats off to you for really pumping new life maybe into that chapter or just refiring that. Good on you. I know how much work that takes. So definitely, I know it's good for the industry. Thank you very much. All right. What else we're going to talk about? So we're here at Nationwide Industries. We just did video. Well, we did videos yesterday. We followed a process of a sale. So what it looks like if purchasing directly, what that looks like as far as the order comes in, processes through. We talked with Rich for a little bit about inside sales reps for customer service reps. We talked quite a bit that the customer service reps really aren't CSRs. Sometimes in some companies are just there to answer questions based on screen prompts, right? So have you tried this? Have you tried that? I've talked to the CSRs several times with kind of specific questions that maybe our customers had for us or my install team. Your guys' CSRs are incredibly good at one, having the information available to them, and two, if they don't, saying, hey, would you mind if I gave you a call back after I huddle with someone in this department? Hats off to you guys for having a team like that has access to, I mean, in this building, we've got sales, we've got engineering development, we've got obviously the warehouse, the distribution. They've got access really to all facets of the company there, really. So
we also went over the million cycle warranty.
That's right.
Machine, which also ties back to the gate kits because 6 out of those 8 gate kits have the million cycle warranty backed as well.
Now, and the million cycle warranty is not just like marketing material, right? It's not just a label that gets put on the bag.
Actually tested.
We went out to the very scientific name is the windmill farm? The wind farm. Okay. I think I don't know what I called it yesterday, but it wasn't as scientific as this. but literally testing these hinges for million cycle warranty, right? So, and adding weight to the gates to illustrate or to emulate a gate up to the weight bearing or weight rating for the hinges, and it's literally a million cycle minimum.
Yeah, we try to test our products to the extreme to make sure that they work. We do in-house testing. We do some stuff outside of if needed
Sure.
to back up our claims.
Yeah, that makes sense. There were some hinges out there that were well over a million cycles. So you guys actually occasionally test hinges just to failure, just to see what is the number. Or, the numbers. Okay, a million. We're safe putting that on because we know it failed at a million plus X.
Well, we really don't know because we've gone to 5 million and it was still working for 5 years.
5 million cycles over 5 years on one particular hinge, still hadn't failed.
Still haven't.
Hats off to that. So, and let's tell a story a little bit later of the million, like how we reference that, but keep that in your mind. So here in a little bit, we're gonna welcome on the two Erics, Eric with a C, Eric with a K. Eric with a K has a great story on what a million cycles would look like in like a real world scenario. But we visited the wind farm, million cycles, and these gates are not like tenderly opening and tenderly closing. There are some of them that are closing with force because that's how they're going to operate in the real world, right? So they're weighted to be consistent with what you would see in the real world, but they're also being handled as a gate would. It's being I've got a 6-year-old who does well. One, I'm just glad when he shuts things. I mean, for one, but when he does, he doesn't gingerly shut anything. He likes to just see how fast and how hard he can shut this thing. So that's really kind of what you guys are testing out there is, what happens if these things are closed with force over and over and over again.
Once you put that weight on there, like that momentum just carries it.
It just and then opens and slams it again. So it takes roughly a year to get to a million cycles. And then, like I said, again, you go more than a million to see where it fails. There's some products that, at 5 years and 5 million, you just stop. You're like, okay, we have to put, something else on this. We can't dedicate this much time to something. But the point is, million cycle warranty, 6 of the 8 gate kits. And it's not just a marketing material. It's not just a slogan or a label that's put on there. It's really backed up by in-house testing and sometimes out-house testing.
For sure. We also, when we were out in the warehouse, got a chance to look at the Grip-Rite offerings that we have, the Lockey offerings, and then other just alternate specialty products that
chain link
didn't even realize you had.
I didn't realize you could buy postal diggers from Nationwide, from our Nationwide rep. They're out there. We found them. They're right next to the tension bars. I don't know how many tension bars are available in North America right now. Most of them are out there, I think. There's a large selection. There's a whole aisle, both sides, maybe not whole aisle, majority of 2 aisles full of tension bars. Galvanized, black, 4 foot, 5 foot, 6 foot. They're all out there, folks. Truss rods. I saw a cantilever rack with truss rods on it. We played we had a little segment of like, what else is here? Just going through, it was everything from cantilever rollers, 4-inch cantilever rollers for square posts. If you happen to need those, they're out there too. We followed an order being picked, 4-inch cantilever, 4-inch round. All right. Also with like a quarter pallet of 6 5/8 round cantilever posts. Somebody's building a big gate out there. It's always
a scavenger hunt a little bit.
It did. Yeah. Well, and it's just like, what else? What else is here? It's all there. It's 120,000 square foot, 8,000 bin locations. I can't imagine how many SKUs are out there. All of them. Like whatever, they're all out there in some shape, form, or fashion. But talking about Nationwide, Lockey, Grip-Rite. So we were talking about this in the catalog. So if you guys have a Nationwide rep, you likely already have the catalog. Obviously, Nationwide, Lockey, Grip-Rite. if you have a nationwide rep, you have access to the entire catalog of products.
Right, and all of those SKUs that you mentioned out in the warehouse, also all on the website as soon as you type in anything even close to the SKU or the name that you're looking for. If you have the printed version of the catalog, that's great, but you can't just stick it in your pocket. So
Sure.
we actually turned it into a digital version. So even if you're offline, just stick it in your pocket and you have the access. If you don't have the option to use the website, you still
Yep.
have access to the entire catalog.
I love those. That was a
And the
great
search
idea.
function. So you
And
can
the search
find anything you
function.
want.
Yeah, so literally, you could search cantilever roller on there and find obviously the 4-inch, the 6 and 5/8, the 4-inch square, and there's no telling how many other cantilever rollers are out there. We also saw some Grip-Rite products. We saw collated nails. We saw air compressors. We saw nail guns. We saw Ninja clips were out there as well. Deck Force. It's all out there. I say that over and over, but to a fence guy, like going out there, I said this yesterday. It's like Disneyland for a fencing professional because it's like it's like wide eye. Like, do you have this? We do. It's right there. Do you have that? We do. It's down here. Like you have everything in one spot. It's incredible.
And Nicole runs a really great ship out there because
Yes.
it is all so organized and anything you need to find, I feel like it's really quick.
I guarantee if I went out there and asked her, I said, how about 2.5-inch tension band, regular galvanized? She could go tip,
Aisle
tip, tip.
11.
It's aisle 11, row this bin. Like she could point you to that exact thing, and there would be a ton of them there. I just know it.
And I did appreciate when she mentioned the orange stickers that were
Yes.
there so that you can actually note when there's a partial box out there too.
I had shared an experience where we had gotten we'd gotten some different hardware from a different supplier, and the box was supposed to be 100, and it came in 70 in the box. Well, we did the total count, came up short. We realized one box had 70 instead of 100. Well, someone somewhere else had ordered 30. 30 got taken out of the box. Someone did a box count. Boxes are here, everything ships. So 1, frustration on my end. 2, frustration on my sales reps end.
Right.
3, then it cost the company money because they overnighted me the 30 to make up for it. Whereas gloriously simple solution is orange sticker on the box. Hey, something's different about this box. It's short count or it's what. And so everyone knows exactly what's in the box and all that to provide on-time orders, but also everything's there, 100% accuracy on the load as well. One thing I thought was interesting, 200 orders a day on average go out of this facility. And guys, we're not talking about like 200 gate kits. We're talking about, it could be 200 pallets and it could be multiple pallets in an order, but 200 orders a day. We were out there for an hour, 2 hours doing videos. Hats off to the team out there.
Oh my God.
It is incredibly hot. It's an oven essentially. It's a nice facility. I don't want to say that, but I mean, it is what it is. It's just hot and humid. It is. Hats off to those guys and gals.
Florida.
Well, that's right. It is where we are. But no, just getting 200 orders a day out in environments like that, it takes a special team. We talked about this on a video a little bit yesterday too, just about the teamwork, the culture, just the camaraderie that's here. And I think that is a component of that, right? So both mornings, yesterday morning and this morning, sat in on, or not sat in on, but I participated in the morning huddle that they have out there. The morning stretches is always good to get stretched out, but just the camaraderie, get guys giving other guys hard times and this and that. You can tell it's a team, but it's also like a family out there as well.
For sure. And I think that's why the debt committee really ended up kind of being created.
Sure.
Essentially.
Well, and it's not only out there. I don't want to minimize what's going on in here. It's like that. It's like that everywhere.
Yeah, this is actually my second stint at Nationwide.
Okay.
I came back because of the culture and the people here. Like my former boss is Eric Timothy. I came back because of him.
Yeah,
I didn't
I
know
believe that. I mean, it's guys. So speaking of debt committee, so yesterday was Employee Appreciation Day. Now, what's interesting is it's not once a year; it's once a month, right? And there's a deck committee. Can you describe to me the deck committee, who they are and what they do?
They're a group of volunteers that want to promote employee culture here. So they throw an event once a month. It's usually some sort of food party item thing, not just pizza party. It's different. Yesterday was ice cream. They've done hot dogs. They've done stuff out on the grill. We got some Blackstones here that they cook out.
I heard breakfast for lunch one day or 1 month, and
they did something for Mother's Day and Father's Day.
Now, but not only here, right? They also do projects out in the community as well.
Yes,
for sure. And that actually just happened this past April. Was their latest at the Great American Cleanup. I think, Eric, you participated, and everyone got to really bring out their families. And I think all in all, there was like dozens of bags of debris that were cleaned up from the team. And so it's just not only the employee appreciation, but just your location of where you're at.
Well, yeah. So you're showing appreciation to your team, but also showing appreciation to the community that you operate in. Absolutely. I think that's huge. And I think that speaks to team culture, right? That especially going out elsewhere and realizing that, okay, something special is here, that this is not common elsewhere. And I think that's where you get to, like I said, the CSRs that go above and beyond. I mean, the team out in the warehouse, obviously engineering, product development, behind the scenes, making sure everything works the way it's supposed to. And we were talking about a product this morning that is actually being revised, right? Being improved, and just to say, hey, this is a great product, but we think it could be a little bit better.
Right.
Let's go ahead and preemptively make those improvements, sort of thing. So not satisfied with good enough.
Yeah, and I really do appreciate how open the other departments have been with the marketing team too, because they do know the inside, like these products inside and out, and we're just trying to get as much information as we can so that we can relay it to the customer as best as we can. And so I'm constantly talking with David in product, Eric and Daniel in engineering, Eric and his team in sales, and they're just pumping me full of information, and that we can kind of translate out to those resources and sales tools for the team, and internally and externally.
Sure. Well, Eric with a case at best is he serves internal and external customers, right? The external customers being guys like me, the installing dealers out in the field, the internal customers being all the team here, the nationwide team, right? Not only here in the facility, but elsewhere as well, just being a resource to them to then help customers through them.
For sure.
Great deal. Let's say hello to a few more people. JC Gurry. Hello. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Hi.
Easy Louver. Hello from Austin, Texas. Hello, Easy Louver. How are you?
Going back to Texas tonight.
Catch a flight here in a little bit.
Yep.
Fingers crossed that the weather doesn't.
Oh my gosh. Don't jinx it.
I already got a text about my flight tomorrow. They're like, hey, inclement weather.
Oh, no.
You are already setting me up for like, just, hey, rent a car now, start heading home. You might make it home sooner. What is that? Hello from Fort Gate, West Virginia. Hello. Easy Louver says, it's Gary. Okay. Hello, Gary. I need to update the account name. Very good. Gary says, see you in Texas soon. There you go. Appreciate it. Guys, we're about halfway through the broadcast. I think that now might be a good time to transition to the two Erics. Anything we didn't cover? I want to give you guys ample opportunity to, if there's something we didn't cover.
We'll just touch on this real quick. This we launched last year, but it's an improvement on pool safety. It's our Trident Safe Signal. It's lights and sounds alarming pool latch system. So if your gate's not fully closed, you get an audible and visual warning. This is all about safety, pool safety. The most important thing that we do in our industry is keeping our kids safe.
Well, and it's a direct replacement for Trident 20.
Yep.
So if you guys have a gate with a Trident 20-inch, customer is very concerned with pool safety, as one should be. This is a direct replacement. Same brackets, same installation procedure. You literally remove the 20-inch, leave the brackets, install the safe signal, and you're good. Slides right on. And when you say sounds, you're not kidding. 90 decibels it is loud. You guys, if you guys watched our demonstration at Fence Tech, 90 decibels is no joke. It alerts at open, but then it also alerts if it's open more than 15 seconds, if it's not closed within 15 seconds. And that thing continues to go until it's closed. It doesn't have a timer.
No, it doesn't. Yeah.
So literally until the battery wears out, which could be a very long time.
Well, Eric's installed one at his house right by the water. There's a pool there, salt water, and it's been running for the last year. And you use it multiple times a day.
Same battery.
Same back.
So it'll go off for a very long time. The idea is it gets so annoying that someone goes and sees what this sound is to make sure that gate closes, right? And one of the things that we talked about yesterday was that insurance companies, so we had installed some at a residence where insurance companies are starting to require the house doors that go out into a pool area be alarmed. This customer is being proactive and wanted to also do the gates because he said, hey, if my doors are alarmed, my gates ought to be alarmed too.
Mm-hmm.
And for us, the reason I say about how simple it is it might have been 5 minutes and that was probably taking their time on swapping them out. But it's absolutely a good thought to have as far as pool safety goes. And it very well could, you probably should be preempting maybe upcoming regulations. If insurance companies are already requesting doors be alarmed, it's not a far jump to get from doors to gates.
Sure. And basically everything that we did for the gate kits was done for the safe signal. And so essentially everyone, all of our customers received the email. There is a product page that you can go to, but it's super easy just to go to nationwideindustries.com, type in Trident. You'll see all of our Trident options. Just go ahead and click on Safe Signal. You'll find the sell sheet, the instructions, the technical drawings, the same thing that we did for the gate hardware launch.
And again, a 1,000,000 cycle warranty on this as well.
Right.
Yeah. So if the battery runs out, it operates like your standard Trident pull latch. So
Okay.
no issues there.
Lockable like a standard Trident as well. So you can lock it out if going on vacation or whatnot. Or if you have a 6-year-old that just gets into things that he doesn't need to be, you can go ahead and lock that as well. So very, very safe, very safe. Also gives a visual warning as well.
Yeah, it's bright blue flashing LED light.
Yeah, so
See
this,
from all directions.
this ring, 360 degrees, this ring, and it lights up. It's not just it's not just a hue. It is a bright light as well.
Well, the story behind that, when we were developing this, we wanted to find the best color and, kind of brightest and best way to see that light. We didn't pick blue just because nationwide blue is cool.
Fair.
We took a bunch of different colored LEDs out in the Florida sun in the parking lot, and we had people holding up those lights as we moved further and further apart. And we found that high intensity blue was most visible in the bright Florida sun over the longest distance.
Okay.
And that's why we chose that color and style LED.
Gotcha. So it's specifically chosen for visibility in all sorts of conditions. I mean, if you can see it in bright Florida sun, you can also see it really in dusk situations. Obviously, overnight would be incredibly bright. Very good. Very good. Available through any of the distributors that you go through now or through Nationwide Industries.
Right. And then if you did want those digital catalogs that I mentioned earlier, those can also be received through your sales rep as well.
Okay. Yeah. Reach out to the sales rep if you want. I'm still old school. Like I like paper catalogs. I like leafing through them.
I'm transitioning.
You're transitioning over. Okay. So, but no matter if you'd like online catalog or a card, you've got it at your disposal. Reach out to your rep or info@nationwideindustries.com.
Yep, that's right.
Very good.
2025 catalog coming out soon.
2025 is coming out soon.
Yep.
So I actually got to sit in on a little bit of a meeting on that.
Right.
The timelines are in place. The gears are in motion.
That is right.
2025 will be out. Later.
Yes.
Later. Yeah. Very good.
Thank you guys for having us.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for joining us. All right, guys. We'll welcome on Eric and Eric. This is kind of like a rehash of a video that we shot yesterday between two Erics.
That's right.
We won't replay the whole thing. You need to watch it to really get the full, just the full thing from it, I think.
Yeah.
But let's say hello to a few more people real quick. So, we've already said hello to everybody.
They're still left.
Yeah.
I mean, after they
No,
get rid of David and Ashley, everybody just
come
they see
on.
that Eric's showing up. So we're out.
So you guys have been on the show quite a bit before. But for the few people that are watching that may not know you guys, would you mind introducing yourselves?
Sure, I'll go first. I'm Eric Johnson. I'm the Vice President of Sales here at Nationwide Industries.
And I'm Eric Timothy. I am Director of Engineering for Prime Source, which includes Nationwide.
Very good.
We did that great season 1, episode 1.
Yes.
Between the two Erics.
Yeah.
Did a recording yesterday. That'll be up there soon.
Yeah, you ought to be watching for that.
You asked a lot of great questions.
Mm.
So I got a question for you.
Oh, good. Okay.
So what's your favorite town and why is it Apollo Beach?
Apollo Beach is good. Apollo Beach is really good. But Eric, there's a lot of good towns out there. There's just a lot of good places. No, we did get the opportunity to visit Apollo Beach last night. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The weather was great. Yeah. It was really nice. It was. But I'm not going to go out. I'm not going to say it's like having kids, right? So I love all my kids. And you don't have favorites. You can't have favorites because they're all special in their own way, sort of thing. So
it's like you're running for politics.
Well, listen, I'm only parroting the answers you two guys gave yesterday in different questions. So yeah, no. Fair turnabout's fair play for sure. No, guys, it's been a great time. Like I said, we're only halfway through day 2. We've got several more videos planned. I want to say thank you to you guys for being such great hosts.
Thank you.
It is always so good to come visit. And like I say, every time I come, I get so much value out of, just seeing the team at work here, visiting the facility and just seeing the inner workings of what goes on behind the scenes. There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes to make sure the right products show up, that the products that show up they work in good order, that they exceed expectations, that sort of thing. Eric, I wanted to ask you to share, because it's a really good analogy, the 1,000,000 cycle warranty. What in like a real world, and not even real world, but if you were to try to apply this to a real life type scenario, what does 1,000,000 cycles look like?
Yeah, I always like to tell this story because, I don't think people really understand how much 1,000,000 cycles is. So if we went back in time, jumped in our old time machine, jumped back with a pair of cornerstone hinges back to the day the Declaration of Independence was signed.
Okay.
Went to John Hancock's house. We pick him mostly because he signs things so big. And on his front gate installed a set of cornerstone hinges.
Okay.
And he used that 10 times a day, every day, 7 days a week. And he sold it to someone who did the same, and they sold it to someone who did the same, et cetera, et cetera. We'd still have 27 more years before we hit 1,000,000 cycles.
That's a lot of gate cycles.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, and 10 cycles a day.
Yeah.
That would take a special gate to do 10 cycles a day. That would be in some sort of high flow commercial environment. But even in that high flow commercial environment, the gate's going to wear out before the hinges do at that point.
Yeah.
So
even having a 6-year-old slam it.
It'd
still be good.
have you tested for 6-year-olds though?
We have not.
Okay.
We can send him down.
Yeah. Next time we come down, I'm bringing him, and he might teach you a thing or two about testing. You never know. Little Tasmanian devil, that kid, but he means well. He means well. But I appreciate you putting that in perspective because 1,000,000 cycles, it's incredible to think about.
Yeah.
Right. And as I said earlier, I appreciate the fact that it's not only because there are some. You might say, hey, we tested this for 1,000 times and it did this, so we're going to extrapolate that it's probably good for 1,000,000. Where you guys take the direct approach, like, no, let's test it for an actual 1,000,000 cycles and see, hey, is this thing actually going to perform? And then it surpasses, come to find out, and then you just let it run until it fails or until it doesn't. And then you just, 5 years, 5,000,000 cycles is kind of where that particular product's at.
And it's not just the hinges either.
Yeah.
We test a lot of our products. Both the pool latches, for example, the Aqua Latch and the Trident, have both, we sent those to outside test labs
Okay.
and had both of those tested to 1 million cycles. to make
Okay.
sure they still function. So, we really look at all of our products and really do what we can to make sure that they cycle.
Well, and that makes a big difference both to the installing contractor, because we know that when we install them, we're not going to have to go back and service them because the internals broke after a year, or we're not, or the hinges failed because of, some unknown reason. That we can, most contractors offer, I mean, obviously material warranties, but they'll also offer a workmanship warranty, that sort of thing. So we're on the hook. We'll offer a lifetime warranty, a workmanship warranty.
Yeah.
So should something go wrong, we're going to go back and fix it out of our pocket. So I need to feel good that if I'm installing this Trident SS, that I'm not going to have to go back, barring some crazy scenario.
Yeah.
Right. So in normal everyday function, this thing, like I said, is going to outlast the gate.
Yeah, I mean, our name might be on the packaging. Your name's on the truck, right? That's your reputation. So
Yep.
when we're doing this, and when Eric and his team are developing these products, they put the customer first and saying, we want to make sure that if there's callbacks, it's not on us.
Sure.
Right? I mean, it's not on our hardware.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and it's huge.
I was going to say, and we're very cognizant of when you get the callback. I mean, we all know that almost every callback that you guys get is on the gate.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing where something happens, and we're making the hardware for that gate. So we're very cognizant of that, and we really know that we need to make the best product to keep you from getting the fewest callbacks possible.
Yeah, nationwide, this study I need to look this one up because I reference it quite often. But the #1 callback for fences in the United States was gate related, and it's and you read that and you're like, of course it is.
Yeah.
As a fencing contractor, right? It's always gates. If it's within the first 10 to 15 years. After that, maybe it's post rod or maybe it's something else, but always the gates.
Yeah,
always the gates.
I got to get rolling here.
Okay, you got it.
So
What we're going to ask you something. Well, the million cycle warranty. That's right. So very good.
all right.
Eric, thank you so much. I appreciate it for sure. You'll see Eric on some upcoming videos. Be sure to check out the Between the Two Erics, season 1, episode 1. It was fun. We also had some good content in there as well.
We did. There was a little bit of good content. Yeah, I mean, some of the things that Eric said, I think we're not correct. The other Eric said we're not correct, but we'll get to that another day.
I'll go now, and you guys can finish off in French.
That's actually.
I don't even know any. No. So Nationwide Industries, but also through Nationwide Industries, Lockey and Grip-Rite, all committed to making sure customer is a very customer focused experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I think you mentioned it earlier, just having everybody in the same building, and being able to, products as well.
Sure.
Lockey products are here, Grip-Rite products are here. So when Nicole's out there picking, they can put Grip-Rite nails on with the wood hardware, on with the Lockey locks, put on the same pallet, ship it out. So
that's so nice. Yeah. And one thing I'll add too is, we filmed an installation on the gate hardware kit, the chain link pool gate hardware kit. But while I was up there, I noticed, I was like, that's odd. Like, why are there multiple hinges on this other gate? And Eric had mentioned, well, that's because, or no, actually David had mentioned, that's because we had a customer had sent one of these hinges back with some complaints about it. So we actually put it up here on a gate. We're testing it, trying to see what maybe if we could recreate their experience, and if so, like, can we sit here and make it better?
Yeah. Right.
And so that's the power of having engineering here at the facility to say, hey, we could put a couple guys on this to see, maybe it was a one-off unique scenario, but if we can recreate it, maybe it's not. And so maybe we add this to upcoming revision or something like that.
Yeah. So we have members of engineering, operations, sales that meet once a week. And we talk about the voice of the customer. And so that could be anything from, hey, my shipment showed up and FedEx dropped it from 30,000 feet into my yard. Yeah. And there's a problem here, right? And instead of just pushing that off and saying, yeah, it's FedEx, it's not our problem.
Sure.
We do. What can we do to fix the issue? Can we make our boxes a little more durable?
Yeah.
Can we make our pallets a little more steady? What are things we can do? Same thing with products. Yeah. What can we do on our products? I get it. There was only one person that was complaining, one customer was complaining, but maybe there's something to that. Let's figure that out.
Yeah.
And before we get a multitude of customers that are having callbacks. So
Absolutely. Well, and I shared with you guys last year, we had some frustrations on shipments.
yeah,
It wasn't on your guys' end. It was this particular freight carrier. When it went through this particular terminal, it always showed up damaged. I mean, like clockwork.
Yeah.
So again, to your point, not your guy, it would be easy to say, well, it was in great condition when we loaded it.
Yeah.
Now, if it's not, now that's really on their systems and
That's right.
processes.
Yeah.
You guys took it a step further and said, okay, well, we'll reach out to our rep. Here's some things we think we'll do.
Yeah.
And then it seemed like it was the next month. It was the next shipment, the next several shipments, we started seeing, oh, okay,
Yeah.
this 100%, there's no missing pieces. There's no, no crates have been crushed, nothing like that.
Right.
So not only do you guys take action, but on this, you guys took pretty immediate action to make sure, to your point earlier, hey, if one person's having this experience,
Mhm.
we probably have multiple people having this experience, but we've only heard it once.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and I think we talked about it yesterday between the two Erics. We were talking about just the camaraderie amongst the divisions.
Yeah.
And I think that's where when we go to Nicole and her operations team, we say, hey, we have an issue here. It's not like, yeah, you guys deal with that. That's go figure out a way to smooth that over.
Sure.
She's like, let's take action. Let's figure that out. And so that's just as a sales team, when we go out there, we know that we have an operation team that backs us up. That's gonna, hey, look, we're gonna figure this out. So
you're not put off on an island by yourself.
That's right. Yep.
That's got to be a good feeling.
Yeah,
So
sure it is.
off camera, there's and actually I've seen these throughout the facility,
Mhm.
but there's a diagram of a house, and it's a prime source building products. It shows a house we build tomorrow, but who we care for is each other, our customers, and our business.
Yeah, that's right.
And you can tell, I can feel as a customer that you guys are taking action on. We care about our customers.
Yeah.
While I'm here, I realize, oh, okay, they're also fulfilling that we care about each other.
Yeah.
And the magic is when you take care of those two, take care of each other, take care of your clients, you're also taking care of the business.
Yeah.
Like that part of it just slides right into place.
Yeah, that order there is not on accident, right? It's we did that on purpose, but you do have to take care of each other first, and we make sure that as a team we're all on the same page, we're all rolling in the same direction. You start doing that, you start taking care of your customers, we're all on the same page on that, and then your business will take care of itself.
Absolutely. I'll tell you from my experience as a customer, I mean, you guys are great to work with.
That's great to hear.
And I always hesitate because I was talking yesterday in a video where I was talking with Rich. I was like, yeah, we get them really quick, usually 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
He's like, well, actually, that's because you're fairly close to us. So let's, Oregon may not have the same experience that Missouri has. But the process, I send in an order, I get an order confirmation quickly within minutes. And then I get a shipment delivery notification, and then within a couple days, it shows up at our place.
Yeah.
And because of the changes you guys have made, it shows up intact.
Right.
Now we have a process in place. And we don't have to use it because of Nationwide, but we use it with others now that every pallet gets scanned and documented and all that. And it's nice. It's nice to see that when Nationwide comes in, the guys are like, okay, well, we got to do it, but when they announce who it's coming from and it's not Nationwide, it's like, oh, we better take a little bit extra time making sure this one's better. It shows that you guys care about
that. Yeah. I think, just the process they've implemented out there. So we have, you showed the order process yesterday, or you're doing the videos, but they go through that whole order picking process, but then it's double checked before it goes out. It's scanned. I mean, there's so many things that they try to safeguard ourselves. We're human. We're going to make mistakes. For sure, mistakes are going to happen, right? Somebody's probably watching today. My last one, I got a missed shipment, right? It does happen, but we do everything we possibly can to try to catch those errors before it ever hits the door. So,
it's a physical signature on a piece of paper.
That's
right? So it's not just someone looking at a screen, looking at the boxes, checking them and saying, yeah, that looks good. It's someone actually saying, and one thing too is like layer checks, right? So actually they'll check the layers as they go. So on a large pallet, this thing could have been checked 4 or 5 times, depending on how many layers it has. It's guys, we're spending a lot of time on this because I think it's really important, because it's when I place an order, I'm supposed to plan ahead, right? I'm supposed to be ordering for the future.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's not the case.
Right.
Sometimes, and I'll say maybe it's because a project changed midstream.
Right.
But more often it's just life happened and I didn't order it in time. So when it comes in, I need it to come in quickly, and I really need it to be accurate because some portion of this I'm getting ready to send with the guys the next day or two, to where we can't wait for replacements to come out without pushing that project off a little bit.
There's a large online retailer, we won't mention the name, that has done pretty well with overnight shipments. Where so I think that we've just become accustomed to waiting to that last minute, and if you're not dealing with a company that will get it out quickly out the door, that becomes painful, right?
Well, it does.
That pain.
It does. We work with a distributor in a different line that it'll be a week and a half, 2 weeks before we see a shipment, and if this was 10 years ago, completely normal. Week or two, okay, I'll order it. When it shows up, it shows up. But now, because of that effect, it's like a week seems like an eternity. Like, what are we doing? Like, my expectations are, like, I would really love to click send and then hear over the radio, hey, we got a delivery here. That would be optimal.
We'll get there.
But short of that, if we're measuring, time in days rather than time in weeks, it makes all the difference in the world.
For sure.
Because then we can work with a lower inventory, right? Knowing that we can get things in quickly. I don't necessarily need to order a month in advance. I can order a couple weeks in advance. Obviously helps with cash flow a little bit. So, no, you guys are great to work with. The team, the efficiency. I mean, you guys help us be successful. Really. I want to say thank you for that. Also, like I said before, very gracious host for sure. Say hello. Oh, we missed what? So Kara had said hello. Hi, Eric and Eric. Oh,
hey, Kara.
Yep. Eric with a K is out now.
It's interesting that you brought up at Fence Tech that she was a fierce salesperson, because you talk to Kara and she'll say, I'm not a salesperson. That makes me so nervous, and I don't know how you do that. And she does great.
I don't know.
She's a
marketing manager guru.
That feels like the guy at the pool hall that's like,
that's right.
I don't, what's this game? How many balls are we trying to get in here? Like,
it's a pool.
I don't really like playing pool.
Right.
But what do you say we play for like $1 a ball or something? Just see where this goes.
Fun. I want to lose some money today.
No, I very humble, I'm sure, but absolutely. Hey, we know this guy, Russell Rounds. Always good to see you filming at Nationwide Industries. Eric and Eric know their stuff about fencing hardware. Absolutely.
Nice.
And Russell is like on the other side of that.
That's right. Shout out to Russell.
Thank you, Russell. All right. Well, we're a little over an hour, so we'll probably start landing the plane a little bit.
Let's do it.
What haven't we covered, Eric? We've covered quite a lot, but just everything from gate kits available now. I mean, they're shipping out there right now.
Absolutely.
Available through your Nationwide sales rep or info@nationwideindustries.com if you'd like to look at what that might look like.
If you need a digital brochure, if you need anything like that, we can get you all those materials that Ashley talked about earlier. It's all available to them. If you're ready to place an orders at nationwideindustries.com, and we'll get that processed really quick for you.
There's a whole CSR team there that just takes care of all those orders. Everything. Nice thing is too, everything gets processed in order. Rich shared that with us yesterday. It all gets entered into a queue and processed quickly.
I mean, it's a lot of eyes on that. So
it's efficient for sure. Orders at nationwideindustries.com.
Absolutely.
Very good.
Other than that, I think you mentioned earlier on the show is we're going to be at the West Coast Fence Show in September.
Coming up,
so we'll be able to show those gate kits. Come by, stop by the booth. We already got our booth number 207. 207. Stop by, and so we're excited about that. And then we've Ashley went up to myself, Eric. We all went up to Ohio where we have our trade show coordinators up there.
Okay.
And we're planning for Fence Tech already. So we're excited. We've got our booth for Fence Tech.
February, right?
It's in February, end of February.
End of February,
and,
Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City. It's going to be. It's going to feel like you've been feeling out there in the warehouse, nice and warm.
Probably.
I think Salt Lake City is pretty warm, right?
Well,
climate.
I haven't looked it up.
Okay.
I don't know that 90 and humid is the weather that we'll get in February in Utah. I could be wrong. I've never been.
Okay, yeah. it's
So
gonna be-
this
okay.
is purely theory on
That's
my
right,
end.
okay, right. I think we better bring a jacket, just in case.
Bring
But-
some pants,
Yeah,
maybe.
that's right,
Yeah,
that's right.
for sure.
Yeah. But no, we're excited about that. I think Fence Tech this year for us, we're actually redesigning our entire booth.
Nice.
We've got a bunch of new products that we're going to show there. So
Very good.
yeah, it should be good.
I tell you what, totally excited West Coast Fence Show. So we had Luke on probably a month ago or so. Said they already expanded the show floor. They were at capacity, so they expanded it another 10,000 square feet.
That's great.
And last I talked to him, that was filling up fairly quickly.
Okay, good.
So it's turning out to be another. I mean, Fence Tech Nashville this last year,
Yeah.
record-breaking year.
Unbelievable.
Over 7,000, 7,200, something like that.
It's awesome.
Visitors through the door, not counting vendors, not counting anything like that.
Yeah.
So West Coast Fence Show, it sounds like, is shaping up to be much the same in Reno this year.
Yeah, that's great. Great to hear. I've never been to the West Coast Fence Show, so this will be the first time for me.
Yeah.
And at the Pepper Mill, I've been to the Pepper Mill
Have you?
before you have.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been there. I stayed there before. So, but yeah, it'll be a good time and always good to get together. I think we were talking about how do we come up with the new products?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Yeah.
A lot of it happens from those shows.
Okay.
Customers will come by and say, if you guys could only do this, and I go, that's someone never thought of before. Let's bring it back to Eric, and sometimes he tells us not going to happen. I can't do that. But most of the time, he's like, we'll figure out a way.
That's the thing. I have a feeling you get the we'll figure it out answer more than the not possible answer.
Yeah.
It seems like Eric seems like a guy that enjoys a challenge.
He does.
Yeah,
for
just
sure.
loves taking everything apart. So obviously, I want to circle back around to voice of the customer to you guys. Not only the meetings you guys hold, but literally the voice of the customer is held pretty high out here.
Oh, absolutely.
So gate kits are a result of a
Yep.
voice of the customer type mention, like just hey, it would be really nice if we could package this stuff together.
Yeah.
So guys, if you're watching, gals, if you're watching, if you have an idea, don't hesitate to share it.
Yeah.
If you're having, the idea is if you're having a, maybe not a problem, but an inconvenience that maybe somebody else is too.
That's right.
The team here can help try to figure it out. Is it possible and is it feasible? That sort of thing. Your suggestion could very well turn into the next version of what the gate kits are today.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, that'd be good. The last thing, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
The last thing is, and Ashley would be amiss if I didn't talk about it, is our photo contest. So
That's right.
I think,
That's right.
we have a photo contest right now. We use those photos for catalogs. We use those photos for our website. We use those for our social media. So if customers are out there and they've got a job they want to brag about, we'd love to get those inquiries sent to us.
So where do they send? Ashley's back. So photo contest, Ashley. Where are they sending submissions to?
nationwideindustries.com/photo contest.
There you go. Nationwide
Or
Industries.
LockeyUSA.com/photo contest.
Okay. Very good. Very
Send it
good.
to one of those. We'll get it.
Yep.
We'll get it to the right spot.
You got it. Absolutely. So the picture is basically products in use on a
absolutely.
fencing scenario.
That's right. Yep.
Very good. And who knows? You could end up in one of the future catalogs.
And and there's also a $500 prize. We'll do a raffle at the end of the year, and so there's that. And everybody that submits something, we will send them a gift of some sort. So
very good. Very good. Very good. So finally, I want to make sure we mention again the Trident SS.
Yep.
Guys, this is, I think you'll start seeing these required more.
Yeah.
So you can get ahead of the game, start installing them now, or at least start pushing literature out to your customers now. For us, when we're installing a pool fence, these are just the standard latch that's on the proposal. It is the standard hardware to start the self-closing hinge.
Yeah.
But then also now we went from the Trident 20 to the Trident SS. It's a no-brainer, especially when you include the marketing material for it. Provide that to the customer. Say, hey, it's a signaled alarm. It's alarmed gate now, where you know if it's open, that sort of thing.
yeah,
It's an easy sell. It really is.
yeah, it really should be. And I just we were talking stats yesterday about drownings in pools.
Yes.
You brought that up earlier. Just that 87% of children under 5 drown in a pool at their home or at their relative's home. So I just think and then I read another stat. It's like once a day a child drowns in a pool. So I just think that can we put a price tag on that? No.
No.
And so just being able to have every precaution we can to try to prevent that. And so
Absolutely. Well, this is just the next logical step from self-closing, self-latching gates. Great idea.
Yeah.
The next improvement is, okay, we need to know when the gate's open and if the gate's left open.
that's right. Yeah.
So, I mean, because self-latching, self-closing gates, I mean, sometimes maybe the hinges aren't set strong enough,
Yeah.
right? So it'll close, not make contact. Brief look, looks like the gate's closed.
Yeah.
But then what a toddler, the neighbor's toddler, whatever, finds this gate, finds that it is open.
Yeah.
Next thing you know.
Pool noodle gets stuck between the gate
There
and
you
the
go.
latch, right? I mean, anything can happen, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think you brought up the 90 decibel alarm. I think, someone that has a 2-year-old probably knows what 90 decibels sounds like. Right?
It sounds
A
familiar.
little bit rough. Yeah. So I think, just having that, I think we were showing it at, I think, International Builder Show, and we kept the alarm going off, and somebody came over and was like, that's really annoying. And we're like, that's the point.
Perfect.
Yeah. That's the point.
Can you say that into this camera,
Yeah,
please?
that's right. We're going to use you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, that's. Yeah.
Well, and listen, if you can hear 90 decibels at a trade show,
Yeah.
you can hear it in a
right.
backyard
Yeah,
pretty
absolutely,
easily, for sure. But seriously, guys, I'm talking about a lot because it is very important.
Yeah.
Trident SS. More information, again, nationwideindustries.com. You can search Trident, see all the offerings of Trident, 10-inch, 20-inch SS. We'll go from there.
Well,
More questions, info@nationwideindustries.com.
that's correct. Yep.
Very good.
Info and Rich and his team will be right back to you. So.
Very good. And Rich is no mustache. We decided no mustache for Rich.
we're gonna stop that. So, and luckily he's not in here when we're talking about that.
That's the only reason I brought it up, is because he's not in it
That's
right
right.
now. We asked a question yesterday about the mustache, and not a fan.
There was expletives.
There was expletives. Yeah, no mustache Rich from now on.
That's right.
For sure.
Well, Joe,
All
I
right.
appreciate you coming here. Right.
No, of
you
course.
talked about our hosting you and the hospitality, but
been
just
great.
having customers like you and having partners like you, I think is what we do this for, and so we appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. I
Appreciate it.
appreciate it.
Yep.
Guys, seriously, if you haven't tried out Nationwide Hardware, you absolutely should. I'm not saying that just because they're a sponsor. They're a sponsor because I love their products. We've used Nationwide Industries products long before they became a sponsor. I believe in it. We use it every day in our business, and I don't have to worry about hinges failing in the future because there's a 1,000,000 cycle warranty. Check them out. info@nationwideindustries.com. All right, guys, no live this Saturday. I'll be traveling back home. No live next Saturday. I've got a family commitment next weekend. So you'll catch a live in several weeks. But until then, Joe Everest, the fence expert, reminding you that good fences make good neighbors, and I'll catch you next time.